Mike
just
great.
looking at the epitome of professionalism at the Jacob Javits Center. Hawaiian shirt adorned.
Yeah. You should be shooting yourself by a pool.
That's right. He's got his blue blockers on, and of course his fedora with a paper in it that says press. That way, if anybody wonders why he's asking all these questions, that's right.
You get in and out easier. You move as your press,
because of the hat.
Yeah.
You have Hunter S. Thompson vibes.
Lot of security at Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm. And if you listen to his interviews, it's like he's on acid. You had a good time though at Comic-Con?
It's always fun. I can only do a little while there because there are a lot of very large, slow-moving people.
Oh. Right. You didn't have those problems at the porno convention.
No. A lot of great bodies there.
Gotcha.
At Comic-Con, not so much. A lot of oafishness at Comic-Con.
Yeah, good way to put it. Oafishness.
Oh.
It's warm in here.
Well, yeah, you want to pop that down, Troy?
It's pegged.
Yeah.
Can I bring it back
Yeah,
down?
bring it back. Yeah, bring it down. All right. Well, do you want to set this up at all, Mike, or should we just let it speak for itself and pause it where we need to?
Well, I went around. I talked to them about multiple issues of the day. We have a couple in here. Some didn't make the cut. Some wind up on the cutting room floor, as it were.
Of course.
But we did teach. We did talk about things of what I think are high import.
For Comic-Con specifically, or generally?
Well, it's so rare that you get this collection of people under the same roof. We have crime fighters, we have heroes, villains, professional wrestlers.
Ooh!
We ran into one who I really didn't think, or actually two, I didn't think were even among the living anymore.
Oh, wow.
But as it turns out, they in fact are, and had a lot to say. So.
Well, I'm glad you take this job so seriously.
I agree.
Yeah, let's take a look at the report.
Comic-Con, the annual gathering of heroes, villains, and portly fantasy fans. And perhaps no better backdrop for an investigation into the many issues rocking our turbulent world. You're a crime fighter, a world saver,
Could you
if you
pause
will.
for a second? Do we know who
That's
is
Captain America.
That is Captain America. Oh yeah, that's the new Falcon or whatever. That's the new Captain
Now
America.
he's Captain
right?
America.
That's
Captain America.
Papa Doc Captain America, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
This guy looks awfully like Sam Richardson.
Okay.
Are you aware of what's going on right now? What the evil elite billionaire masterminds are trying to do to the people of Earth?
I am very well aware, and I have to say, I don't approve of what they're trying to do, and I'm gonna do everything in my power to stop them.
So you're aware that they're trying to infect people with a woke mind virus?
He has a real thirsty sound to him.
He does have a very, very thirsty sound.
A lot of salty foods offered at Comic-Con.
No,
This is
that's
out by the
right.
food trucks.
Oh, that's good. And you're questioning Captain America as to whether or not he'll be fighting against the woke mind virus.
Well, if Captain America can't save us from that, then who can save us?
Not a bad point.
That's a great point, actually.
Very salient.
Yes.
Virus?
Sure, I guess.
And what? Do you have a plan?
You know
to
what I
protect
really,
people?
and I'm sorry to keep pausing this. I love
I told you we were never going to get through.
I know, because it's funny. They get baffled by Mike's questions, but my favorite part is Mike gets baffled that they're baffled. Like, I don't understand why you'd be confused. This is a very important issue.
Well, I would think if you're a superhero, you have some sort of like intel operation going on. You're staying up to date on this kind of stuff. You know, you don't just one does not just roll out of bed one morning and try to start fighting crime.
You're right, especially Papa Doc Captain America. Meanwhile, chubby Sonic the Hedgehog is just
I was
lingering
literally
behind
looking
you.
at Tism behind him.
Tism the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
People from infection with the woke mind virus?
Not at the moment, but I'm pretty sure I'll think of something.
Yeah. Any ideas?
Not at the moment.
Have you heard that these people, among them, some of the most elite in Hollywood and politics, Oprah Winfrey, Bill and Hillary Clinton, that they've been enriching themselves with adrenochrome. Have you heard this?
I was not well aware of that.
What they do is they traffic children, allegedly.
Okay, all right.
They drain their adrenal glands and they use it to create a potion that brings them youth and eternal life. Can you do anything to stop this?
I suppose I can have a little word with Hillary Clinton and see for myself what this whole adrenochrome is and try to put a stop to that.
If
Could you
in fact,
pause? Mike, I don't think Captain America was prepared for your line of questioning at all.
He's Captain. Well, look, if subway crime is on the rise, Mayor Adams has to do a press conference. The press hold his feet to the fire. They want a solution. Is Captain America in any way above that?
No, Captain America's certainly not. And I also love that you did a video that if we posted it on Twitter, Elon would quote tweet it and write interesting.
Yeah. We should post it on Twitter.
Or Rumble.
The Clintons are drinking adrenochrome made from the flesh of young children. Do you have a message for them?
Don't do adrenochrome.
Don't do it.
Don't do
He
it.
has good improv skills, this guy.
To George Soros and those who may be attempting to infect us with the woke mind virus, a message to them?
I say I got nothing, unfortunately.
But you're supposed to be our savior.
I am, but I got nothing. I'm sorry.
Then let me ask,
Mike won't leave.
if Captain America
He wants to
can't
leave.
save us, then who can?
Listen, I'm all about equality. I'm all about putting my life on the line to say that
the stammer when the cosplay, like Mike won't allow him to break character, and he's trying to yes and.
Yeah.
I'm all about.
He doesn't. Yeah, he just wants to go away.
He wants to leave. He wants to get back online for the food truck, and Mike's talking to him about George Soros.
Yeah, children trafficking.
He just wants to produce Bennington.
Hello.
I'm all about equality. I'm all about putting my life on the line to say that anyone and anybody. But whatever they have their opinions of me or anybody else, that's them.
He's so lost.
You broke him, Mike.
People
you
who
broke
have this,
Captain America.
This general new way of thinking. They're still people.
The woke mind virus.
The woke mind virus. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about it, but I'll have to see more information about it.
So are you
won't let
saying
him go. Mike, he's trying to leave. He's
He's
broken.
been trying to end this conversation.
He's already dead.
This kind of incompetence on the part of the people who are going to protect us from Soros and the Clintons and others who are doing this, if we don't have confidence in them, it needs to be followed up on. They need to be pressed.
You mean because he is literally Captain America?
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
You're not wrong.
I see.
So are you saying we're shit out of luck?
I am saying just, keep your head straight. Don't do anything stupid, and just I'll be there. I'll be there to protect you.
Oh, jeez.
Troubling times for the people of Earth and America. Thank you, Captain America. Can you?
Oh.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness! It's my favorite wrestler of all time.
Well, now, Sam, if we've seen someone who maybe struggles to stay in character, are you ready to see two guys who are all about their characters?
Yeah, I love that.
Captain America. Can you confirm or deny whether
it's the Iron Sheik
Hulk was
there, too.
involved in Metallica?
If the Hulk Hogan tell you anything, if he tell you his age, Bubba, you look at his birth certificate.
It was a Sailor Moon parody of Metallica band, yeah.
So Hulk was never.
that
was
is
supposed to be the bassist?
unfortunately
Was
That's
the
not
job?
spot on.
These guys are both good.
It doesn't help that radio is an audio medium. I mean, aesthetically,
Looks exactly like him.
it's okay.
That's the macho verse.
And he's got the right hand motion.
He's doing his fingers and everything, but the voice
What's
is
wrong, Sam?
Sounds
well,
familiar.
it's so far from
Mike
good.
found your wrestling heroes.
Yeah.
And the Iron Sheik, I mean,
They did it perfect. I thought you would love it.
so many people do Macho Man and Iron Sheik impressions, and
No.
they're almost all all better than.
No, I disagree. These are very good.
Okay.
It's been like 5 seconds.
Yeah, let him talk. Let him say.
Sorry.
Let him talk for a few minutes.
Sorry.
Metallica band, yeah.
So Hulk was never. What was he supposed to be?
Yeah.
The bassist? Was that the job he was?
Yeah.
So the rumors that Hulk Hogan was going to be the bassist in Metallica, unfounded?
Unfounded and unflattering information. Yeah.
Complete jabroni lie, Bubba.
And the
Why are they
story
talking
he
like
said that he was in.
That's them.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it doesn't sound.
Complete jabroni lie, Bubba.
That's. I mean,
Metallica.
it looks like AI did somebody cosplaying as Macho Man. Like it's like, oh, I mean, I see what you're going for there, but this is because he's not doing the voice.
Who's not doing the voice?
The Macho Man.
Yes, he is.
That's not true.
All right, am I being too harsh?
Way too harsh. They sound great.
All right, let Mike ask another question.
Instrumental in bringing Simon Cowell to America.
Who is the Simon Cowell? What is the America?
This is America,
What
the
is the
country.
America?
Right. I'm from 1989, so I don't know about Simon.
Well, Simon
says yes.
Simon Cowell was a panelist on a TV show known as American Idol. He roasted.
I already hate it.
You already hate
I
it.
already hate it.
I get
Do you
it.
believe? Is there any truth to
Doesn't like
the
America.
idea
That's
that Hulk brought Simon to America?
No truth to anything the Hulk Hogan say.
Only Simon he brought to America was the board game Simon. Beep boop, up boop, beep boop. Yeah, you got to remember that. Yeah.
Simon says the Hulk Hogan is a jab.
Well, you got to remember that, Sam.
Jim, what's wrong?
Oh gosh.
Beep boop, pop boop, beep boop.
Jim, you're not quite as big a wrestling fan as Sam is. Sam probably recognizes that from when Macho Man.
Let's
used
hear
to do
that
it.
again. You might be right.
You know what I recognize, and I'd like you to see if you hear what I
Oh,
hear.
Fatso in the orange?
No,
Scowling Fatso?
that's not nice.
Fucking sour cow.
Oh, jeez. It's one of the worst ways to be described.
Horrible.
No. What I want to hear, if you can hear, is when Mach comes up with, "I'm going to do the Simon board game joke." I believe that halfway through saying it out loud, he realizes this is a major dud. This makes no sense, and this is a bad joke. And I believe that you can hear his confidence wane in his voice as his statement is made.
All right.
America was the board game Simon. Beep boop, up boop, beep boop. Yeah, you got to remember that. Yeah.
Simon says the Hulk Hogan is a jabroni.
Happened so fast you can't even talk about it. Yeah, lucky person out there on a silver cloud.
Hulk
It's a
says that he
silver
was
cloud.
a good friend of John Belushi, that they partied together after, what was it, WrestleMania? WrestleMania 2.
No. It was Jim Belushi. Yeah, the guy that's in those movies with the dog. It was him. People like to lie and say that it was John Belushi. It's Jim Belushi. It's not as exciting. Yeah.
I thought it was the John Goodman, Bubba.
Why would Hulk
Neither-
lie about hanging out with John Belushi?
It's like when someone says they're from New York City, but they're actually from Connecticut. You know, they do that so people know where they're from. Yeah. he's
Why
guy
is
from-
the sky blue, Bubba? Why is the water wet?
So you're saying that across the
Like,
board,
won't leave him
nothing
alone.
that Hulk Hogan says can be trusted?
Nothing, Bubba.
Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Yeah.
Oh, duds. What flops.
All right, I thought,
There-
you know what? I
there's
left that in because
I thought
you
they were
gonna
pretty
pr-
talented, yeah.
I know, there are certain people that when
Thought we
somebody
might get them an audience with Mr. McMahon.
Mike and I were wrong about that one.
I don't think so. There's certain people that when somebody approaches them with a microphone, "Hey, do you have a second to talk?" "No, I'm not capable." "No, I'm not cut out for that."
Yeah, it's not my thing.
I
This is
will
the
say
Riddler.
This guy.
that was probably, and I'm racking my brain, it might have been the worst public Macho Man impression that I've ever heard in my
I
life.
disagree.
No.
I mean,
you're being less than generous.
Yeah.
He didn't do the voice.
Yes,
That was
he
the
did.
voice.
Yeah.
He just spoke in his normal voice and kind of raised his inflection slightly.
Yes, Macho Man did that.
No, he didn't. He did not.
Yes, he did.
You've been in the room with Dan Soder.
Yeah. That's not Macho Man.
He does a
Soder stole his from that guy.
that guy from Comic-Con.
Yeah. Machoverse.
I forgot about the Macho verse. All right. Well, do you want to take a break and finish the? I mean, not take a break from the show necessarily.
From this, yeah. We'll break
you
at
wanna-
10:30 to piss. But yeah, let's bring our guests in.
You already planning your piss,
Planning that.
I can feel it.
but you got a solid 30 in you.
Yeah.
Okay. So we will get part 2 of this
It's
report
very funny.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I mean,
I like the Riddler because he puts his mask over his glasses.
oh,
I don't know if you can see that.
I didn't notice until you said it. I mean, they come.
And he made his own costume. I can see that these
You can see the marker
question
lines
marks are just
the costume is available in stores.
Yeah.
You can get it at any store. There's no
I'd wear
reason.
one just to bulge.
You'd like that.
My tits, I mean.
Okay.
Side fat.
Mike really does. They show up, and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to cosplay as this character."
Give them that opportunity.
And then
I
Mike,
have one day
Mike
a year I
ruins
can
it.
do this.
Mike ruins it for them.
Yes,
He asks them questions that they're not at all capable of answering in character.
No.
And it just, I mean, if I were interviewed by Mike at Comic-Con and I were in a costume, I would just walk around the rest of the con with my head held very low.
Like your day was ruined?
Yeah, just be embarrassed. He's asking me about the woke mind virus. And,
Like you're a sour cow?
like a sour cow.
Did you see her mug, though?
I mean, it wasn't I'm not saying it was I'm saying it was the least flattering description I've ever heard, not the most inaccurate description.
Sulking blimp. Just fucking putting on a mean mug.
There were probably a couple cheerleaders in the locker room 20 years ago who used that phrase for her as well.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. Fat arms.
Sulking blimp or sour cow?
Probably both. Teenage girls can be a bit rough.
Yeah, they
Creative
sure can.
cheerleaders.
Mean Girls Club, you know.
I do know. I do indeed. We wear pink.
You know, pink David.
No, I know.
All right, well, I think you'll like it when we pick it back up.
It's a lot of cringe.
You think?
It's a lot of cringe, but also it's a tale of two cities, because as you're watching Mike talk to these people, it's like they are as flappable as any person has ever been, whereas Mike is completely unflappable.
We got to be on top of the issues.
That's right. We didn't finish Mike Montone's Comic-Con audio yesterday.
Yes, from yesterday.
Do we want to do that before we go to break and then come back from break and start the festivities?
Sure, let's do that. Yeah, it's only 9:20. Let's do that now.
Yeah, you want to...
Yeah, good idea. I forgot.
Because if you remember yesterday...
Mike, what do you got?
Oh,
Is that not the way to do it? No.
Travis has it.
Yeah.
If you remember yesterday, Saray, I don't know if you were listening,
Yes.
but Mike, he was able to talk to Captain America and maybe the worst Macho Man Randy Savage and Iron Sheik I've ever seen in my life.
What do you mean? It was
He means
macho.
bad like Michael Jackson bad.
Well, I think Mike's a little confused because he believed he was talking to a reincarnated...
Exclusive with Macho and...
Sure.
Oh, my God.
And the Iron Shake.
What's wrong?
The Iron Sheik.
And the Riddler.
Oh, my God. Randy Savage is here.
Yeah, it was great. Well, you never know who you're going to run into at Comic-Con. Eric Nagel, Macho Man.
That's
Did you
true.
run into
They're all-
Eric Nagel?
No, that's the dream.
I know he was
That's
there.
the dream get.
How hard would you pursue that interview?
We've tried, we've looked for him in the past. We spent, Soraya, last year, probably a good hour or so trying to track him down.
That's correct.
You're aware it would get a massive ovation in the studio?
Oh my God. Can you imagine
Yeah.
if he interviewed Eric without Eric knowing who he was?
Oh, yeah. I wonder if Eric would know.
I'm
he wouldn't.
prepared
He
to
wouldn't.
use any number of disguises if I have to.
Right. False names?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. You'll mislead Eric?
I'm Matt Montone.
Well, I wouldn't want to, but if you got to get the scoop. You got to get the
You
scoop.
didn't interview him?
Of course.
A journalist has to use every trick in the bag.
You do. Yeah.
Can you imagine how long that interview would be? He'd never let Eric go. He'd do his tricks where because he does his tricks
Sure he
where
does.
he likes it. Mike loves it, I think, when people get uncomfortable in the interviews.
Yes.
Like, that's when he's like, okay, we're going to stay put for a while here. We're going to keep... He starts going... Nothing will make him think of a follow-up question more than somebody clearly giving body language that they would like to leave.
Yeah.
And I feel like the follow-up questions, like you'd run out of battery on the camera before you ran out of follow-up
Sure.
questions for Eric Nagel.
If we had to have Coop seduce him to get the interview, we would.
I'd be willing.
Good for you, Coop.
Let's watch the
All right,
Riddler.
The Riddler. The Riddler is where we left it. You can listen on demand if you missed it.
There are allegations going around that a cabal of billionaires has been harvesting
He's
the
smiling
adrenal
like the
glands
Riddler.
of children and using it to make a potion that will keep them young forever if they drink it. And there are some reports that you have been involved in that harvesting and helping them with this. How do you answer to that?
I would say that wouldn't be me. That would be Two-Face. And he should really get that thing out. He has a scar that looks really bad. So I think he's a part of it, obviously, because of the scar.
So this has nothing to do with you.
Nothing to do with me. We're just walking around, making the world better, making sure everyone can read their minds,
What? Speaking of minds, I do have a question about minds, and riddle me this, because
Good one.
there has been, some have said that to distract the general public from the use and harvesting of adrenochrome, that the elites have infected Americans with a woke mind virus. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
No, but if you want to check, I'll check out the Batman, because it might be him.
So you're saying...
Hey, riddle me this. What is a man with bats on the brain?
Well, I'm not really worried about the Batman right now, because you started talking about viruses of the mind, and I'm wondering why you would say that if you are not, in fact, infecting people with a woke mind virus.
I'll be honest. When I was Edward Nygma, I was working on an invention that I was talking to Bruce Wayne about. He ignored me. He didn't want to know part of it. But honestly, I take matters into my own hands. I'm not saying it was me.
The character.
I'm saying it might have been Batman. He might have stole my idea.
It sounds like you're saying that you have infected people with the woke mind virus.
Right back.
I don't know what to
Mike
say.
won't let it go.
Well, yes or no?
That'd be me. I
Answer
can't
the
say any
question.
answers. I can't
Answer
say
the
answers.
question.
The answer is no right now. But if you want to look into it,
I can't answer it.
You
It's
might
no.
get a yes.
It's a no.
I don't know if it's me. Might be Batman. That's just how it is.
Vagaries won't get you very far with the American. You understand that. You will be held accountable.
Oh, I'm sure if they find me.
We found you right now.
They find me when I go to China next week.
Well, now you're going to be a lot easier to track down because you said you were
But you
going to
know
be
what
in
part of China?
Well, you're going to stand out.
Riddle me this.
Don't do it.
You don't.
Terrible Riddler.
You're considerably taller.
I love the
And
press. I
wearing
think that's enough. Okay.
a bright green.
I think that is enough
jumper.
press. I think that's enough press.
Will you be hiding in the jumper?
He's trying to leave. Mike won't
Laughing
let
at
him
your
off
own
the hook.
jokes.
Maybe.
We didn't start the fire, but it seems that as the world continues to turn, that blaze will most certainly continue to burn. At the Jacob Javits Center for Jim Norton and Sam Roberts, I'm Mike Montone.
Great job, Mike.
Yay,
Very funny.
good
Very
job,
funny.
Mike.
Very good.
We got to
And
the bottom of a lot of
informative.
stuff.
Informative, most important.
Yes.
Yeah, that was really funny.
God,
we
did that
found
Riddler,
you now.
That Riddler wanted to leave. We found you right now.
So bad. We do have one more clip that kind of went in a different direction than the questions that Mike asked these three superheroes.
Okay.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Still pursuing the news of the day.
Still pursuing the news of the day. Yes.
It's like Mario and Luigi.
Yeah. Okay.
A very pressing social matter that I was hoping we could discuss, and I'm glad I was able to track down two Italian-American gentlemen like yourselves.
Obviously.
Columbus Day was a few days ago.
Oh,
well,
God,
the
can you
day
hit
formerly known.
pause? Are you? First of all, Luigi is appears to be a.
What about him doesn't look Italian to you, Sam?
The beard looks very, very not Italian.
He appears to be a man potentially of African American descent.
Oh, that guy. I think meant the other guy.
No, yeah, the Mario looks somewhat
Yeah.
Italian, more Italian or Puerto Rican, but yeah, kind of more Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Did you find Mario and Luigi and figure that as Italian Americans they would object to Christopher Columbus?
Well, I want to know how they feel about it, because everyone always asks the indigenous people how they feel
That's right.
about Columbus Day. Nobody ever checks with the Italians.
That's right. It's bullshit.
It's become sort of en vogue to kick the Italians aside in favor of other groups. We experience racism as well.
No, you're right. You're right. I saw it on Sopranos.
Yeah.
You're right. I just wonder if when these two put their overalls on before they left the house, if they realized that they would have to be tackling issues like this.
Well, I mean, I would assume that there are a couple Italian guys, a couple blue-collar laborers. They have some strong... I certainly wouldn't imagine that anyone who isn't Italian would be dressed like this. That would be cultural appropriation.
Of course.
And that's... You wouldn't even bring up. I mean, that's too...
Of course not. No, I would never ask John Leguizamo if he's of Italian descent for hawking the Papa John's Papadilla.
No, and also playing Luigi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But although he did get mad at someone else for doing it.
What?
He got mad at someone else for...
No, that must be a different John Leguizamo.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected. That would be stupid.
Yeah, that'd be dumb.
All right.
By the way, are we
Hypocritical.
looking at a missed connection here in the background?
Well, that Mario, chick Mario, looking at dude Mario.
Or is it the fact that Jim Norton is behind Mike Montone?
It's even worse than calling that lady a sour cow.
Yeah, you never want your fucking girl to look like Jim Norton.
There's a very pressing social matter that I was hoping we could discuss, and I'm glad I was able to track down two Italian-American gentlemen like yourselves.
Obviously.
Columbus Day was a few days ago. Well, the day formerly known as Columbus Day now goes as Indigenous Peoples Day. On behalf of the Italian community, do you see the change as a shift in attitudes towards Italians in this country?
No, I think it's very progressive, and I think on behalf of clearly Italian Americans that we have no issue with it being changed.
You don't. There was a rally held in Newark recently. A group of Italian-American gentlemen got into it with some Native Americans, some indigenous protesters.
Pause for a sec. I'm pretty sure I did see coverage
I've
of that.
seen coverage of that, yeah. I actually knew one of the cops. It was like a comedian I know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was incredibly touching stuff. A lot of passions.
Yeah, no, I believe I saw that. Yeah. Certain people finally let their guard down and made mistakes.
Yeah.
By the way, this guy's not even trying to do a Mario act.
No, he's not. He's just talking.
Well, I think he's realized that upon agreeing to answer questions for Mike Montone, he's made a horrible, horrible mistake.
All right, well, let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
Gentlemen got into it with some Native Americans, some indigenous protesters, and the police. Had you heard about that?
I did, and any sort of progress is always going to be some pushback. But that's just kind of how the world works. If you want change, you gotta fight for it.
Yeah, Mr. Silvio Dante in particular has been particularly outspoken in regard to his defense of Columbus. Do you have a message to Silvio?
None that are PC. I don't know. You have any words?
Oh, what an asshole!
Feel free to unload.
He threw his friend under the bus, his brother.
Convictions.
No, just we're all Americans. We're all here just to live our best life, doing what we love, and there's no reason to fight for the past. It's all about moving forward.
Yeah, and a small business owner from Nutley, New Jersey, Artie Bucco, was in attendance at the rally. Do you feel that people should patronize his business, or do you think that he's demonstrated a sort of unprogressive sentiment and that you shouldn't do business with those types?
I haven't heard
Can
about
you
that.
pause for a second?
About that.
You know what the best way, my favorite part of the phrasing of that question is? Or, meaning you must pick one.
There is a choice.
There is only, it's a completely polarizing pick. Either they should frequent and support his establishment, or they should never eat there.
Those are the options we have in 2023.
That's right. That's 100% right. Where are we going to Vesuvio's or not?
But I guess I would say if you have a right to fight for your own beliefs, but sometimes your own beliefs, if your own beliefs are hurtful to a community, then maybe it's time to do some self-reflection.
So can we assume that Mario and Luigi will not be dining at Vesuvio in Nutley?
I don't think so.
That's too bad for Vesuvius. I know Artie Bucco was really going through it. He went through a divorce.
Sure.
Yeah, he's going to need the money.
Yeah, got beat up by a French dude.
Yeah. I mean, the most underrated actor in the whole series was him.
He's incredible. And you know he auditioned for Tony?
Have you seen the audition tape?
No.
I'm curious what that looks like.
But he auditioned for Tony.
I bet he was a good, not...
Because he's a great actor.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
He would have played it very different, like physically... But yeah, I think he did Artie so well.
Yeah.
Tony's Dream, where he's cuckolding Artie.
I don't remember that one.
You're doing great, T. What did I tell you? What didn't I tell you? He's having sex with Artie's wife, and Artie is right next to the bed, just like he's at a meal. Like, what are you? Isn't it great? Isn't she the best? So good. Well, excellent work, Mike.
Yeah, good job, buddy. Really funny.
Great job.
Thank you, guys.